be like, I'm into whatever. But
Dude,
no.
you fucked a man in the mouth. You're full-blown.
Bisexual.
I was getting ready to say that.
Don't.
I think full-blown bisexual would be like you actually want to have a dick in your mouth too. That's not the case, bro.
You're halfway there, buddy.
Yeah, halfway there, but I ain't all the way.
Hey, you're sucking my dick.
That's what I'm saying. Hey,
That's wrong.
wrong?
You're wrong.
Oh, I'm sorry. Jesus.
You're wrong. Jesus, yeah, Jesus makes the gay rules.
Yeah, right. That's right.
Elton John makes the gay rules, motherfucker. You know that.
It'd be funny if Elton John gave me an analysis. He's like, he is 32% sexual.
Anyway, name an animal. Somebody.
Aardvark.
Have we done an aardvark?
Before.
Yeah. What about
have you done a honey badger?
I think we've done a honey badger.
We got to think of a cool animal that we haven't done
I'm
before.
looking for a marmot. Let's do a marmot.
A marmot.
A marmot. Okay.
Right.
That's
Or
like
a
a
weasel.
weasel.
Yeah, I was just thinking a weasel.
Marmot.
Have we done a weasel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Weasels don't get much love.
Exactly.
You into
Jim
that?
the marmot.
Remember the band Screeching Weasel? Jim the Marmot.
No.
No, I don't.
Oh, they were the 90s punk band. That was
Does anyone remember the band Screeching
Right.
Weasel?
Ashtray does.
Of course he does.
A fucking hoodie that multiple people have tried to steal. Because some people...
Nobody cared. Nobody cared about that fucking hoodie. It's all in your fucking head. And that hoodie was in my car when I got there, okay? I did not try to steal it.
We're streaming,
electric-
by the way.
Battle of Forest, I was there with Oracle.
Yeah.
It was
Ashley,
true,
shut
but-
up. All right. Well, in this episode, we do some of the same old shit. I didn't write an intro, so that's it. That's all we got.
Oh, shit. Ashtray special.
Yeah,
You had 2 weeks, bro.
Yeah,
You're
right?
you're right.
Protest and stuff.
So, I don't. We don't even need to talk about protests. We just need to talk about how stupid the people are that do them. Okay.
Pause for the pause.
Oh yeah, marmot.
Yeah,
Jim
what a-
marmot.
Jim the marmot.
Jim the Marmot.
Smokes
What's
a
his
weed,
condition?
Jim the marmot. I don't know. He's just an asshole. He's a fucking weasel, dude.
Jim the Marmot. He was sent to the Dane County. Ladies and gentlemen, this is for the Dane County Humane Society.
We're gonna get
Are marmots
sued.
and weasels synonymous?
I have no idea.
We don't have any money, so, it's like suing a homeless person.
Yeah.
Can't
right?
get blood out of a turnip, right?
Yeah.
So
Don't sue them. Just date them. Eat their assholes.
all right.
You can do that.
Weird. So we're gonna stop. We're gonna just talk about protests tonight, okay? Ashtray, have you gone downtown? Have you seen any of the Madison protesters? Have they?
In person, no. No, like last protest I actually gave a shit about was the Act 10. Where real a lot of people gave shit about it in 2011.
What was that again?
That was when Scott Walker took away basically the collectively in the state of Wisconsin, where it was like in the it made national headline. What they have like 150,000 or 200,000 some protesters at some of the people down on the Capitol. But the stuff with the campus protests, nah, I haven't been down there.
So
Today marks the 5th.
we were talking about this the other day at work. Do you think this is how people our age felt about protesters in the Vietnam War, or was that more of a righteous protest? You know what I'm saying?
Was the Vietnam War a righteous protest, or
Was the protest against it more righteous than this?
I think it was. It actually concerns us.
an interesting question?
That war actually concerned us.
Yeah. I mean, that's a very,
I could see more. You could say more righteous in the sense that you definitely had more protesters in Vietnam who actually had lost their family members from the draft. Whereas, well, I say there's definitely valid points to protest Israel. We're not sending Americans there to die.
We're not. That's that's the crazy thing. It's like, okay, you guys do realize that this is the United States of America, and that is a sovereign country over there with their own fucking government and
exactly that's kind of the point I wanted to make. These are, in my opinion, just fucking college kids who want to be mad at something. And they don't really understand the fucking political things going on in that world. Dude, it's like, yeah, you don't want innocent people to die. But the Israeli fucking state has been attacked every fucking 8 to 10 years for the last, I don't know how many fucking decades. You know what I'm saying? At some point, they're going to get fucking pissed and they're going to use their force like they are right now.
Right.
You don't like it? Stop fucking harboring terrorists.
Yeah.
Get your fucking government to get rid of the motherfuckers. I don't know what to tell you. Right. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. The thing is, like, also that's like the whole fucking Israeli-Palestine argument can easily, like, you for that you can like back, generation and eon, like, to where it's just like,
I don't.
Who really deserves to be here?
Is he breaking up for everyone else, or is it just me?
He's breaking up a little bit from me.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
I couldn't tell if he was just stammering or if he was actually breaking up.
No, I think your mic might be too far away where it's like.
Can you hear me? Okay.
It's cutting out. Yeah, we could hear you. It's just like it was like.
Yeah.
Wasn't picking up words here and there because I think it was like.
All right.
Something.
I'll keep my talking short then.
Well, okay, so here's my thing. I know nothing about this topic because I didn't give a fuck. And we were talking at work about it too. And people are like, how can you not fucking care? I'm like, because I don't live in Israel, Palestine. I don't fucking.
It's a valid fucking.
I know nothing about whose side is whose. I do know the innocent people are getting killed and stuff. It's a war and shit. I am sorry about that, but I know nothing about it because I don't fucking care.
Yeah, well, you know what? At the same time, there's innocent Ukrainians and Russians who are getting fucking killed too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We don't give a fuck about them, apparently. There weren't any fucking protests about the fucking Ukrainians.
Right. Yeah, that's a very good point.
Congress.
And that's the thing. Like, I don't understand. They're like, so in Milwaukee, UWM, the kids that are protesting met with the fucking the administration of the college, and they were like, we interviewed some of them, and they were like, "Whoa, they didn't meet our demands." You're fucking what your fucking demands?
Like, way to insert yourself into this. Like, what the fuck?
And no offense, but if the cops come in and remove you, you have no leverage at this point. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like you're holding hostages, you fucking dumbasses.
Right.
Like, it's just fucking idiots with fucking, I just fucking, God, they piss me off, dude. I want to go throw eggs at them. I really just want to try buying fucking eggs.
Because we're getting old.
Yeah, I know.
It's not like some of these people take these protests as, like, people who block traffic. Like, those people who want to sit in front of cars and sit and block an interstate and road, that to me is just like, if you want to go take over a school building, a campus, whatever, I get that. But blocking the road, keeping somebody from getting to work or getting home or getting their family, just getting where the fuck they want to go. Who has no.
Well, and that's what
a lot of these actually aren't blocking even roads. What it is, running up against like campus, rules as far as like you can't just set up camp in the middle of the public.
That's
library.
Right. Well, it's unhealthy. First off, like, what you pissing and shitting in the same place you're sleeping? Like, what?
Yeah,
what
right.
Do you do? Like,
Ashtray, is your Phantom Power on? Do you have Phantom Power?
Yeah. Am I still cutting out?
Yeah, a little bit.
Not for me anymore. That's
weird.
I
thought I could hear it a little bit.
He's not cutting out for me anymore either.
Okay.
I'll talk slower.
Please don't.
I'll try to talk slower. Anyway, but yeah, so anyway, it's just it's pissing me off. So I just wanted to discuss it a little bit. We're going to talk about, first off though, UW Madison. A lot of people, I guess, don't really realize this, but it was at the epicenter of the Vietnam protests. So basically,
oh yeah.
In 1967, October 18, 1967, UW-Madison students amassed to protest the recruiting efforts on campus of Dow Chemical Company. They were the company that made napalm. So
Like
these
you
people.
do.
So it began as a peaceful act of civil disobedience. It turned violent, although obviously, because I wouldn't be talking about it if it wasn't. So cops with riot sticks went in. To the what's now Ingram Hall. It was called the Commerce Building at the time, where they were blocking the Dow Chemical interviews and basically just beat the shit out of them because it's 1967.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Soglin too. The eventual.
So it was actually the first protest at a university in the U.S. to turn violent, and it was the first time tear gas. Yeah, it was the first time tear gas was used to disperse a crowd. So, and then I know, I'm pretty sure Ashtray knows about this. Well, actually, let's do the Kent State first. So then in 1970, you guys have heard of the Kent State massacre, right? Or shootings.
Right. Yep.
So basically they were protesting the Vietnam War in Ohio. The Ohio National Guard at Kent State went in and fucking started shooting. Killed fucking, actually they fired 67 rounds over 13 seconds.
Jesus.
Killed 4 people, wounding 9 others.
Damn.
Yeah. So then after that, basically shit started really popping off, and it kind of came to a culmination at the UW Madison. Let me pull this up here. The bombing, you guys have heard of the bombing at Madison.
Yeah, it was like a building that was supporting the military or doing work for them.
It was just the math center. It was
but it was connected to the Defense Department in some way. It wasn't like they just bombed it up for willy-nilly.
They bombed Sterling Hall. I don't know what it was, why it was like that or whatever. So it was the bomb killed 33-year-old Robert Fastnacht, a postdoctoral researcher in physics. It actually injured 4 others and damaged 26 buildings, including the university hospital. 4 guys. It was orchestrated by 4 dudes. 3 of them have been caught. 1 is still at large to this day. Okay, yeah,
probably
that's
dead
what
now.
Their target was the Army Math Research Center, located in Sterling Hall and partially funded by the U.S. Army to aid military efforts. So I guess I'm just going to keep this short. That's basically what I wanted to say, is that Madison is at the forefront. And if these protesters were really into protesting and really cared, they would bomb something too. I'm not saying I want to see people get hurt.
What the fuck, man?
Let's fucking
We at the Red Eye Report do not condone bombing.
Yeah, right. And all our sponsors.
White said it, not us. Okay. Sorry,
that weasel, the what was that? Jack or Jerry or whatever. Jim. He might be into bombing. I don't know.
Send him in. Yeah. See, and the most violent one that I've seen of all the protests was actually that one in Columbia, or at Columbia in New York, and then UCLA too. They used rubber bullets and shit at UCLA, which obviously they didn't have at Kent State. Maybe they would have used
only the real American bullets for our patriots.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. So anyway, what do you guys? Let's go around. What do you guys think of the protests? I know you guys aren't agreeing with it, but like, do you agree with the right to do it?
Of course, I agree with the right to protest, but there's always gonna be those people to fuck it up. Just like when the shootings that were happening in the summertime, people started rioting everyone.
I also agree. It's like you have the right to protest, but also always taking with that right to protest, you're going to get pushback by the state.
Sure.
Because essentially that is who they're protesting, is the state.
Right.
Right.
It's not quite the same as like Trayvon Martin.
Yeah, but they're
Trayvon
protesting
Martin
like
protests
somebody
were bigger.
else's state.
Yeah. Those, yeah, I get. This isn't like a fucking Breonna Taylor or what's his face that couldn't breathe protest or
That's like
Trayvon.
also, like,
You know what I mean? Like
in
those
minority
guys.
communities, when they're going to protest, they aren't like, you know what, we're going to set up encampments here till people tell us we're paying.
Right. Yeah.
No, we're
Right.
fucking
They're
making,
burning shit to the
we're going
ground.
to make a statement.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
We're not camping out anywhere. We're kicking your windows in.
right. And that makes it it's just kind of fucking ridiculous because it's like, calling for arrests and shit of people that are in Israel. And it's like, what the fuck are you, what planet,
What
what
do you-
universe, like, do you
I know.
not realize that
Like,
we do not
You're-
fucking have that jurisdiction or we
You're absolutely right. And that's the thing. Like, I get that they don't want Israel to do what they're doing, but
Right.
we have no control over that.
right.
We're not fucking Netanyahu's
Well,
dad. You
Their
know what I mean?
argument
Like,
is
that's-
the whole divestment. But the thing is, trying to make
dude, UW Madison and Milwaukee, they've already looked it up, have no investments in Israel.
yeah, exactly. This thing is like usually what it is actually, and they don't realize it. It's ETFs. It's like index funds.
Yeah,
Sure.
exactly.
You
It's
don't
just-
actually control it because you're just spread amongst everything.
Right.
Now, I get that NYU and Columbia might have a little more Jewish influence. You know
Sure.
what I'm saying? You really think there's some real powerful Jews in UW Madison?
Probably
In the
not.
fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
what the fuck is wrong with these people?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think you're
It's
right, though.
wheatgrass.
It's just
Fucking their heads up.
they need a dragon to slay, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you get charged up with all kinds of fucking when you're in college,
They're young. They got
Right.
piss and vinegar fucking running
Right.
through their
But-
veins.
Especially if
There's a
mom and
lot of
dad are
shit.
paying their living.
exactly.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of shit that's happening, in this country, in the world, and that's definitely one thing
Yeah.
that's happening. But it's like, well, you could probably redirect the energy that you're doing to how
Well,
freaking Google
Yeah.
is taking over privacy shit, or these
Right.
big mega corporations. Like, maybe do something about that, or I don't
That's
know.
not sexy.
protest
Right.
Trump. Maybe protest Trump fucking being a horrible piece of shit human being. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Right.
And he's going to be our next president again. Because Biden is too fucking old to even have a coherent sentence. And
it's-
and we're fucking bitching about what people are doing in the other side of the world. Get the
Yeah.
fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Fucking God.
I
I'm
will
so
not.
fucking
I will
sick.
not leave, sir. This is America, and this is my country.
And the thing is you guys, Ashtray probably watches the news, but Teddy and Oracle, I don't think watch the news at all. So
No,
Yeah. I mean, I
Wait.
listen to a very
Wait a, I can see Teddy, but I think Oracle.
I
you got your pulse on, don't you?
I listen to a lot of kind of threat intelligence type stuff.
I don't mean like that. I'm just
yeah.
talking local news where we're interviewing.
Yeah,
stupid
not
Yeah,
local
I'm
news.
watching local. I watch
No.
local news every morning and every evening.
Yeah,
Right.
It's just
so
something I grew up
see
with.
how stupid these people really are.
Right.
Yes.
Like, oh my God, man. It sucks what they're doing. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
God.
What the fuck? What?
Yeah.
Eat the bong
man.
again, fucking dick. Get the fuck out of here.
Right.
And I'm just pissed off because I'm sick of cutting these sound bites. I really am.
Well, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sure
you're
you're
the
in
one who
like you got to
just
deal
likes
with
the
it
idiocy.
constantly.
Yeah.
That'll piss me off too, because I can just kind of tune it out. I just be like, man, these people are fucking idiots. They're fucking up. Because I think a lot of employers around the country too, they're like, you know what? Fuck those kids. I'm not going to hire them.
Right.
Yeah. Where'd you go to school? Columbia? Oh, take a fucking hike.
See you later, bro.
Right.
Hire someone from fucking, Syracuse. They weren't fucking protesting.
Right. But
anyway,
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Any final words? It was real short. I didn't want to get in.
I didn't really do much research. This topic was just Also, you did have 2 weeks.
The protesters.
I mean, if anybody tries to make a comparison between protesters of Vietnam War, I mean, dude, they had so much more skin in the game at that time. Jesus Christ.
A lot of shit out there. Like, there was an article I was reading about it was like necessarily dean, but like kind of some top like head level of this, not the entire university, but like, the like law section of the university, like the head of the department or something. And him and his wife are both professors, have for 20 years have this annual, like every year they bring in the new students, they have a dinner party kind of thing, and like it's kind of like a way of welcoming law students, or the new students and whatnot. And anyways, it was like the whole article is this person decided like to throw this protest that like he was a Zionist, like ruin this dinner party.
Oh my God.
They've been going for like 15 years. And like the whole article was kind of, you know what? I totally support free speech. And then it's like, but you can't do this in my fucking backyard.
Right? What the
and
fuck,
like, it
man?
made somebody like other protesters who like basically like got themselves on the roster to go to this dinner party, like recorded this incident where like woman basically with a microphone just like started making the impact speech at this guy's law school backyard annual party. And then the wife was like trying to get the microphone in her hands, like, you can't interrupt our dinner party, like they're like fucking knock it off. And of course then that went viral. And then
of course it did. And that's what they want.
Right.
Zionists, and it's like,
and
oh my God.
That's what they want. They want they want to have it on camera that they were assaulted.
They want to cause contention. Like they want to be seen as being, I guess, like restrained.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that idiot fucking cunt that was on top of that dude's car, that your friend's car.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Brandy Grayson, I believe her name is.
Fuck if she ruins other people's shit. We want to be at it. Our voice is gonna be heard.
There were people. Do you remember that I made those stickers, right? Like I didn't post. I didn't fucking nothing social media. Just raw like sticker like protest. I put on some backup parking signs, and I stumbled upon Facebook. Someone being like, "This is sensing, like she's a good person." Like took a picture of my like kind of satirical like, oh look, because it was all like Brandy Grayson doesn't care about this car. His name was Zoom, like, and it was just this like.
That's hilarious.
Satirical protest because I felt bad for my fucking
dude, it was
friend.
fucked up. Yeah, like
his insurance was just like, it's total. We can't afford the amount of damage to the top of this car.
And did he ever get any payout, or they're just like, no, sorry, bud, you're fucked?
I don't know, like if they like, I can't remember how you end up payment wise, but it was like maybe insurance still like did cover some of it. Basically, it was kind of like the car still ran, but like. Kind of damage eclipsed towards like we're totaling this.
Sure.
The thing is, if they had video of her actually damaging it, I guarantee you that insurance company went after her if they paid anyone.
Well, maybe because I mean, there were photos which I used in my little protest stickers, which then also went viral because someone who defended her, she's a good person. Like, well, here's a photo of her on top of my friend's car.
That's what I'm saying. There isn't. You can't have any kind of like debate with these idiots.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's no matter what, you're the establishment. You're the fucking, especially if you're a guy, you try to fucking say anything about this shit. If you're a man, it's just your privilege. Get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna fucking shove my privilege down your fucking throat, you fucking cunt.
That's just what a man would say.
And that's exactly what a man would say.
It's a fucking real man.
Right. Mystic's
A
the
real
angry
man.
bear.
Mystic sounds like a
Yes.
cantankerous real man. I'm a real man.
No, that I'm not. Used to be, not anymore.
Used to be.
Uh,
Now I
anyway,
just complain.
any final words about protests?
Yeah, it's
Don't block.
dumb. Yeah, and I feel like they're burning their energy on the wrong
Stupid shit.
fucking thing, right? Like,
Yeah.
shit is like heating up so much geopolitically. I mean, the thing in Russia and Ukraine, we're fighting fucking Russia. Like the
Yeah.
West is
Proxy war.
yeah, like it's a straight up fucking war against Russia. And once China fucking goes for Taiwan, I
Mhm.
mean, same
Which
fucking
they
deal.
will.
Yeah, they absolutely will.
Absolutely.
They absolutely will. So
Yep.
I don't know.
And we're over here fucking fighting shit on three fronts.
Right.
Giving arms to fucking everybody.
Exactly.
Eventually, we're gonna have to get into the fucking game, and it's gonna be a World War III. It's
Yeah.
chaos.
Right. Yeah. Some people are saying that it's already started. Because I mean, think about it. It took us a long time to get involved with World War II, right?
Yeah,
That's
that's
true,
true.
because everyone was like, "Fuck it, we don't want to be involved." There's all those like news interviews, the old timey folks, like we don't need to get in no war. I'm trying to plant my
We
potatoes.
did actually. Before we even got involved into World War II, we were still supplying shit
Oh yeah.
to the
Yeah.
effort.
Just like we're doing now.
Right. It was
Just like
great.
we're doing now.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, fuck these cunts. Moving on. What's sexy? Oracle. Columbo.
Columbo. You guys remember Columbo?
Oh,
Oh, the show, the guy with the trench coat,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Let me bring up.
Yeah,
Like-
he's always chomping a cigar.
Yep.
He was the granddad in a Princess Bride.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Peter Falk. So the other night, I don't know, we finished watching something, or my wife went to go take a shower, and I had my son with me. I'm like, oh, let's just fucking watch some live TV. And it was like one of these like free channels, Freevee or whatever the fuck. And Columbo was on there. And I was just like, holy fucking shit. Like the cinematography and everything was really kind of crazy, like really experimental. But the way that it was presented, because I forgot, like my grandmother, she would watch Columbo, and I was pretty young, just kind of kicking around. I didn't really understand, but they basically show the crime happening in the beginning, and then the steps that the person takes to cover their tracks. They have a plan to cover their tracks, and then fucking Columbo shows up, like 15 minutes into the episode. Yeah,
Right.
and it's basically, watching Columbo fucking break this person down. And I mean, it is fucking brilliant, man. He is just such an incredible fucking in cybersecurity, they call it social engineering, like trying to get into somebody, trying to get secrets and whatnot. And he's just like, he just walks into their house for, I don't know why people don't freak out about that, but whatever. But he's like, oh, I thought this was the door, and it's like a closet. And they're like, hey, that's a closet. And he just like starts digging through the closet, and he grabs like a golf club and shit, I mean, and everything.
He started
he downplays kind of like how much he knows and whatnot. And it's just a lot of fun. And one of the episodes we were watching it, because we're kind of just going through all the seasons. It's on Prime. And we watched it. It was a really kind of interesting, a lot of cool cinematography stuff. And it's like directed by Steven Spielberg. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Shit.
Yeah. And I looked it up, and Steven Spielberg, he's like, that was basically my fucking master's program in film, was working on Columbo. He was working on that show. And you can totally tell on some of these episodes, they're just like, they're telling Steven Spielberg and whoever else, they're like, hey, have fucking fun, do some cool shit, And of course it's done really well because it's Steven Spielberg.
They all went to USC, so that would be why. It makes sense.
Yeah, so really cool fucking format. You just post CSI, post whatever the first of those shows was. That's a totally different format than what this is, and it's a slow burn. The episodes are usually like an hour, 15 minutes or so, but it's fucking worth watching. It's really good.
This clip you put up, have you seen it? Did you watch it?
I have seen this episode, yes.
So that clip where he's pounding away on the piano, not really playing anything.
Yeah.
This comment is perfect. It says, Columbo pounding away on the piano reflects perfectly on how everyone sees him before it's too late.
Exactly. So, and that is perfect
Just
because
a bumbling idiot.
Exactly. Because that scene,
one more thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In that scene, he's playing chopsticks really poorly on the piano. And this guy, he's a big composer or whatever.
Bowl.
Yeah. And he sets it up that way. Oh, well, I don't know, anything. And then one more thing.
Yeah.
And then he hits them.
One more thing.
And you see the panic on their face. And then the whole next scene is them trying to cover their tracks more. It's fucking great. It's great TV. Check it out. Columbo on Prime. It might be in other places, but pretty cool.
Word. All right. Gonna move on to me. Maybe, just maybe, this video right here is from Slipknot playing at a private event, or not private, it was a real small club that they played before they played Sick New World with their new drummer, who's named Eloy Casagrande, who's the drummer for Sepultura. The dude is a human fucking metronome, and he is really good.
Wow.
And I hope that this takes Slipknot, because at first I was pissed that they got rid of fucking Weinberg, right?
Yeah.
I thought Weinberg did a better job than their first drummer. Forgot. Joey Jordison.
Yep.
But this dude, like, just listening to this, it is fucking tight as fuck. And it makes them sound like they sounded back in the day. And I really hope their new album fucking brings back some of that Iowa magic.
Sure. Yeah.
So
where do they all live now? California?
Iowa was an album that they had.
Well, yeah.
But that's what I mean. Like that album, I think, was their best one.
Yeah. And I guess this last album, I haven't listened to a lot of it, but I think people were pretty like, what the fuck is this? Like, exactly. what is going on? Like it didn't have the brutality. And Slipknot has definitely had some like really awesome like parts of their songs that had really cool melodic type stuff, but it's still all fucking banged. And I mean, that's not what you go to Slipknot for.
Slipknot aside. Do you feel like where it's like some of the bands, it's like, man, I fucking love these bands, but also sometimes like I haven't fucking given a shit about what they've done in the last 5-10 years.
Yeah, I don't think I've heard a Lamb of God album in like a decade. I don't think I've heard their last 3 albums.
Yeah.
I just listen to their old shit. It's the same with. I'm like stuck in time. I think
some of my old punk
like
bands, or The Faint.
But anything new is like new bands. I love just listening to new bands that's different. And by the way, like, while we're on the subject of Slipknot, fuck Vended. Are you kidding me, man?
Come on, man. I mean, it's not nearly as good as Slipknot, but I don't know. Some of their stuff is okay.
No, I didn't listen to it.
Because that's the lead singer, Corey Taylor's. I don't know who y'all talking about. Corey Taylor's son.
Other bands?
Yeah.
Is the singer. And he's basically Corey Taylor.
He sounds exactly like him, which is fine. I get it. You know what I mean? But dude, that song literally sounds like fucking they wrote it and we're like, hey, let's give this to our kids.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what? Dude, write your own shit, man.
Or the thing is too, could have wrote his own shit, but he's been in the shadow of his father. He can't write his own shit yet.
Yeah, for a kind of a Slipknot vibe, I still go to Tetrarch.
They're fucking talented.
Yeah, they've got that kind of like raw, kind of old Slipknot sound, but then they also have like really good singing and melodic type stuff.
They got that early 2000s fucking like post-hardcore metal fucking vibe. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, I think they have that down. And it feels like they're doing their own thing. Like it's not, they've just really refined that sound.
All right. Well, we're going to move on. Tom will be happy I didn't talk about F1. So, Teddy, K-Dot versus Drizzy.
Have y'all been listening to this whole little beef shit that's going on with Kendrick?
I haven't heard all the but I've been hearing the headlines.
Yeah, what is that?
I was talking about it today with somebody.
It's Kendrick Lamar and what's the fuck other guy's name? Drake.
And J. Cole.
No, J. Cole apologized about out.
J. Cole about out, right?
Yeah, he apologized about out, but they're going back and forth. And this is pretty. I love hip hop. I like to see I like the lyrical content and shit, and to see two people actually go at it. I'm 100% fucking Kendrick Lamar fan. I've never liked Drake, so fuck him. But you say what?
Drake is cheesy as fuck. He's like the Taylor Swift of rap. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just a fucking pop star at this point.
Yeah.
I didn't realize he was a Disney star, wasn't he?
Even this beef is fucking stupid. In the 90s, they just shot each other. You know what I mean? Now we're like,
true.
Yeah, that shit got real.
Right? Like now they're like, I'm going to put out a diss track.
I mean, it sells fucking, I'm sure it sells fucking your tracks big time. Do you think they're in on it?
Like, even the diss tracks are fucking pussy compared to like,
right.
Remember Tupac saying, I fucked your girl, you fat piece of shit. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I mean, do you think that secretly they're just like, hey, let's drive sales. Let's fucking do this little feud thing.
Yeah, right. They were saying that Drake is kind of a pedophile too, right?
Well, he had, what do you call it? Like, I think he slept with a Vines. I didn't realize too that he was a Disney star.
Really?
Yeah, like I think since 14. That's why they say like he
wasn't a Disney. The Disney owned fucking. He was in.
That's what I was told. It was some Disney show or something, or maybe Nickelodeon.
Disney must have made Degrassi. He was in the show Degrassi in Canada.
They were saying that he has frozen at the age of 14, even though he's now an adult and rich, but like his mentality, because he started becoming famous at the age of 14 as a child star.
I do know Millie,
and why he likes young
talking
kids.
About hanging out with him and shit, or talking to him or some shit. That was weird. But
and then even his fucking response, because somebody was talking about that, like how he was hanging around fucking younger chicks and being a pedophile, and he's like, I'm too rich.
What's her name? The girl from Stranger Things.
You just said it, Billy. Yeah.
Millie. Okay.
Billy, what's her name? God, Miley something or?
Can you not hear?
You're cutting out. I think it's Skype.
Oh, sorry.
No, I
should I try to unplug my?
No, I think Mystic is cutting out as well.
Oh, okay.
Fucking Skype.
Yeah, her name is Millie Bobby Brown.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And anyway, Drake responded with, "I'm too rich and famous to be a pedophile." Has he never?
That was one of the fucking his lines in his comeback. Yeah.
What? That makes no sense. If anything, that's where pedophiles roam, is in the rich and fucking famous.
Right.
There's a producer who doesn't rap, so he came out with a beat that this is Drake. Drake is pretty funny. It's called BBL Drizzy.
I heard that. Word.
I like people go at each other. So I used to go to fucking rap battles and hang out and shit and watching battles and shit and live.
Oh, really?
It's pretty. Yeah, because
I bet that's fucking cool.
It is fucking cool because you got to come up, you got to freestyle, come up with it on the spot, you know.
Right.
And it's pretty cool. I've always liked that battle rap aspect of hip hop.
Also, Drake's dad was a dentist, so he didn't start from the ashtray trip.
Word. Yeah, went out to visit.
Yeah.
Am I still cutting out?
No, you're not cutting out. No, I think
Okay.
this is a Skype thing.
Okay.
Yeah, they're trying to.
Because I do hear a
again.
crackle in my headphones. But anyways.
That's just the voice.
Some of these links here should bring up some of the old fucking stuff I was sharing on the Facebook finally.
Damn.
Have any of you ever been to Zion National Park?
I have not. Holy fucking shit.
Yes. If you
Jesus.
So it was amazingly there like a dozen or more national parks like within hours of each other in southern Utah. There's just that many. Don't go there for the people. Go for the nature. It's a crazy amount of roads. And the trip, of course, did not go as planned. We probably would have gone on twice as many hikes, except for my friends got sick halfway through.
Oh, great.
And yes, so
bastards.
the ones who were like taking us out on all these like amazing hikes, and let me see if I can get that other one.
Damn,
Sure,
is
the
that
one
like a
slot
big ass
canyon?
rock that is falling off the edge of that fucking cliff?
Oh, it looks like it is, right?
Yeah, gee.
Um,
That'd crush you like a fucking ant.
It is. You want to feel fucking small.
Dude, that would be awesome to climb. There's got to be some great
This
routes
is called.
there.
So this is only like halfway up a stream right there. Angel's Peak. It's called. You have to do like where you sign up and pay like $6 for a lottery to hope you get drawn. So like we each like logged in and paid and did get it, which from what my friends were telling me, because they've hiked it pre-lottery system, it is. Sir, my one friend was saying like there was one time we hiked because it's like you're climbing up like Mount Doom, where it's like chains in the rocks and you got to hang on and anyways, he said there was one time we went up and it was like there was a whole like 35 Arab men who just like gave no fucks for any women whatsoever, and they just bullied their entire way up the fucking like trail to where everyone trying to come down, there was no like, polite flow of traffic. So I think they brought this lottery system to help alleviate that. Anyways, like you can see there in that picture, that chain. I should have took more pictures of the chains. So this is not the most difficult hike I've been on, but it was the most difficult for sure for this entire trip.
It looks fucking difficult enough.
Oh yeah,
Is there
I
any
was
rock
actually
climbing
like,
allowed in that area? Is there any rock climbing in that area? Because those are some nice rocks. I see.
I'm sure there are.
I mean,
I'm sure there are special areas where they do let people rock, but
Okay.
like you can just see how fucking huge those like. And then some lady took my picture here. This is called that's Angel's Landing, and it is a good like. I think it was a 4-hour hike, 4 to 5 hike just to get to that top part.
Just to that. So how long was the whole hike? That's like a fucking whole day, huh?
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, say it was a good 10+ hour day when time we got down. So like the hike to get to Angel's Peak, like half of the hike, you see that one picture there where like a little
Jesus
tiny ridge.
Christ,
Now,
dude.
if you could zoom in, actually hiking that tiny, like the peak of that crevice. I don't know if you can zoom in on the old Facebook there. You might be able to see
That's as
like
far
some
as I can
people
go.
down at the bottom.
Oh, yeah, you can see people on there.
Yep.
Damn, man.
And so that's kind of
And
like
then I think that's where the chain
the gist
right
of
there.
what the hike was. Yep, that's that chain that leads
Wow,
the peak
dude.
crevice, because like there's only a few points where you can kind of like, oh yeah, I feel like I have a solid ground.
Yeah, you better pack a couple Lunchables.
Oh yeah, we had a bunch of fucking trail mix and beef jerky and shit like that. And so like at the top though, where you're finally up there, there is space. A lot of people can actually finally chill out, drink some water, eat some food, and recharge for the hike back. I really nice. Like I laid back on that rock and like just like put my hat over my head and took like a 30-minute nap. And the thing is, like, we're earlier feeding. There's like when you don't see like any life till you get to the final top, and it's like the squirrels and chipmunks have learned. This is the golden zone. This is the garden.
Oh man, yeah, it's like the Garden of Eden, dude.
Yes, and so it says
like...
you can feed the wildlife, right? But they're just there, and they come. They're like, oh.
Yeah,
and it's like, peanut, you little fucker. And they're like, oh yeah. So while I was napping, I actually thought initially, like I thought my friends were fucking with me. It was actually the chipmunks running over my nuts, like scrambling over my junk while I was like napping. I'm like, what? And they're like, oh yeah, no, we were laughing because like we were eating the squirrels would crawl across you.
Huh. Yeah. That looks really nice. I bet that how was that climb down? That was probably hard.
That's the thing. Actually, that's my point. Is like everyone the entire way up was bitching about, oh man, the way down was hard. The way down was hard. And I'm like, am I the only one who likes the way down? Right? You're using gravity, and if anything, it's like you're using your agility. And if you're in shape, like boom, like I'm.
I think it depends on the condition of your knees.
Probably. And because I'm a dancer, I was like, my buddy cardio. I'm like, fuck. Yeah. I was scaring these people coming up. Like this one guy said, Jesus, don't do that. Because I like was just like, there's a chain here. I'm like, I don't need a chain. I'm right down to that rock. Boom. And he's like, oh, don't do that in front of me. Okay, Jesus. Calm down. I actually had to start walking backwards because I was like, facing my friends, and I'm kind of like, "Geez, what's taking you so long? We're going downhill."
Oh man, that's funny.
How many lines of coke did you do before you started the hike?
I flew out there. I didn't take any.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How many Mormons did you fuck?
Oh, he did not like soaking.
No Mormons.
There was no sex out there.
No more.
The only sexy time. Actually, I would say the silver lining in going out there too, though, was like their original plan was that. So I've been putting off going out there. They've been living out there for like 5 years, and I was going to see their art town that they live in.
In
Silver City, New Mexico. This is who sells the Legos. And he used to live in New Orleans, and like I thought I was going to see their place, but their plan was like we're going to actually just camp and hike all between different places in Utah, take you back to the plane. And because they got sick, we had to drive 8.5 hours to like get to Silver City, New Mexico, and to drive through like I think it was like the Navajo reservation. Like holy desolation. That's
really?
Like rural Detroit.
No
drive
shit.
through the fucking reservations. It's a lot of poverty out there.
Y'all gave him land, but y'all gave him shitty land.
Yeah.
Well, and like I was like, you know what? Like, there's a lot of compounding factors here that are like, I'm not even gonna. Because my one friend was like, well, blah blah blah, something about like government handouts. I'm like, you know what? It's more deeper than that. I'm not even gonna. I'm not even gonna comment. But like, anyways, that was a fun trip. Just don't live on a reservation.
Wow. Don't be Native American, huh?
Yeah, right.
Oracle. Fuck what you think. House of Disease.
Yeah, House of fucking Disease. Mystic, you were feeling like shit last Thursday, and then you got better, and then I fucking start feeling like shit. So we canceled the show. We postponed to this week. And then over the weekend, on Sunday, I was out fucking painting some paneling for my new bathroom. And everything was great. Having a great old time with the wife and kid, listening to some tunes, drinking a couple beers. And then all of a sudden, I'm just like, man, I feel a little bloated here. I feel a little out of sorts. So I'm like, okay, maybe haven't been out in the sun a whole lot yet. So maybe I just got to take it easy. Go inside. And it just like kept on getting worse and worse and worse. And I hadn't eaten anything. So I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, what is going on here? I throw up like fucking undigested food from that morning. It's just like, what the fuck is going on here? And I ended up crashing out. I'm like, okay, I'm going to call. I never call out sick from work. But I'm like, okay, I'm going to fucking just, gut it out. It'll be fine. Next morning, I eat a banana. I almost fucking throw it up. And then I'm like, basically like throwing it up throughout the rest of the day. And it's just like, what the fuck? It's like, it feels like shit is like cut off. And my wife, she was just like, hey, you're going to the goddamn doctor. Like, get the fuck out of that bed. We're going to the doctor. So I ended up going to the ER. Because they're like, they had to check me to make sure shit was not like just malfunctioning and not working. So I just had a nasty stomach bug. That's what it ended up being. My wife, though, after I get over that, my wife is sick as shit. My goddamn son is sick as shit. Like the house is sick as, or right now I'm doing good. But now the rest of the house is sick as shit.
Wait till he goes to school.
Oh, he's been in school.
Fucking unidentified shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. He goes to daycare.
School, he gets so fucking worse.
Yeah.
Right.
It sounds like that time. Remember when I had on that fucking like brat diet, bread, rice, applesauce, toast?
Yeah.
Because I was just like throwing everything up.
Yeah. It was crazy.
And they're just like, well, just like they put me on this real strict diet, and then it just kind of went away. So all they can say is, it must have been a stomach bug, virus. It's like, I want more answers than that.
Right.
That was terrible.
Yeah, I will say about kids bringing home shit to you, your immune system gets better.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
Fighting off that shit.
I feel like I have a after when I first went to China to fucking teach English, dude, because I was teaching young kids when I first started. Holy fucking shit. I was sick all the time. And these kids, they're shitting in a hole in the ground and fucking like rolling around on the floor. Plus it's fucking China. I'm an American, so my immune system was like just completely out of sorts. But after I got over that and kind of got, beyond that, I feel like that kind of helped me a lot, going forward. And that's what we're hoping with, with the potato too. We're like, hey, because when I took him to school, I'm like, yeah, he's a little stuffed up. They're like, well, join the club. Everybody's stuffed up. Fuck it. And I was like, okay, cool.
You can't give him any over-the-counter medicine until like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Well, that's how kids fucking build their immune system.
Yeah. Right. So I think he's going to be good.
I remember chickenpox parties, man.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Yeah.
Never got it.
I remember when I had chickenpox. Yeah.
I actually was immune to it. Like all my siblings got it, and I never got it.
No shit.
Especially when I had cancer, they tested me because that was a big issue with chemo, and they're like, "Oh, damn, you already have immunity."
Maybe, that's your superpower.
You ready?
That's your super. That and fucking homeless
man.
Chickenpox and fucking homeless women.
All right, Teddy. Royal Caribbean jacked up prices.
So my cruise here this summer is not. We're not going to Haiti, thank God, because I don't want to die.
Oh, you're not going to get murdered,
dude? Yeah, shit is fucking so crazy in Haiti.
So we're going to Coco Cay, which is their private island, and it's fine. We've been there a bunch of times. So I don't want to get off the boat at 9 o'clock in the morning. There's a big ass line and shit. I don't want to be in that line. I want to book something so that I can a cabana or something, so I can fucking I can get off the boat at noon and just go to my cabana. So the cabana I got last year was like $600. Right? I go to get a cabana. I go to look at the cabanas this year. They're like $1,500 to $2,000. The same cabana I got last year.
Wow.
And so I was like, fine, fuck it. They had these little beds with shade and shit. The beds were like $300. I'll rent one of those. The beds are now $1,500. And I'm like, I'm like, why are y'all jacking up the prices right now? Like, what is going on?
Right.
And what I think it is I think a lot of people, when you book a cruise and you know where you're going, you can book excursions early and they give you discounts. So like 35% off and shit. So I think a lot of people book those excursions to those places, and so they gave them back like vouchers or whatever to use on the island, and so now they're trying to fucking make up for that shit, and that's why they're jacking up the prices for everybody else. But it's fun. So now I gotta get off the boat at 8 o'clock in the morning, or 9 o'clock in the morning, if I can just get a spot to hijack a spot on the beach for me and my family.
Yeah, I mean, how big is this fucking island? Just
Google
like a little
Coco
tiny
Cay.
fucking
pretty-
postage
it's pretty
stamp.
big.
No, it's fucking huge,
It's
bro.
pretty big.
Yeah.
All right.
Google Coco can't bring it up. It's a huge island. They just finished an adults only section.
Adults
enough
only
that-
section.
It's big enough
Where
that
you let
an
it all
entire
hang out.
cruise ship can hang out there. You know what I
that's
mean?
true. Yeah.
No, two huge cruise ships can hang out
Two.
there.
Oh,
There's always two. Yeah, there's always two there.
Yeah, there's like fucking water park. It's like a water park and all kinds of shit.
The water park has the highest water slide in North America, 330 feet. It's awesome.
holy fucking shit!
Yeah, they got zip lining. They fucking got sea-doos. It's a huge fucking island. They got like fucking five or six beaches you can go to. Yeah, but they're jacking up the price. I gotta get up, get breakfast, and then go down to the fucking island and shit. Man, come on, man. Let me get my cabana and fucking show up with my fucking valet and order my drinks while my son plays in the water.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, I'm not paying fucking shit for what I paid last year.
You sounded really Jewish right now, man.
Yeah. Are you against Palestine?
Yeah.
Yeah, are you anti-Palestine?
Are you a Zionist?
Palestine. I don't give a fuck about
I
that
think
shit.
you might be a Zionist, Teddy. I mean, just look at you.
Zion Teddy.
I listen to a lot of Bob Marley. He talk about Zion, but in reggae music, I might be.
Zion boy. Anyway, ashtray. Nothing.
Nothing. Yeah. No, Astray's got plenty of things to fucking bitch about, and you guys don't want to hear it.
Oh,
You're right. We don't.
I'll take it, move on.
Move on to me.
I'll take that win.
I'm going to talk about Yellowstone fans, not the park. The show.
the show.
I started watching the show.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really good show. It's a way more
My mom.
vulgar and
Really?
violent than I thought it was.
No shit. I guess I didn't realize it was those
Yeah,
things at
Because
all.
it's not aired on like actual broadcast TV.
Oh,
It's all Paramount.
Yeah, it's Paramount Plus, so they can pretty much do and say fucking whatever they want, which is fine with me. I don't have a problem with that. What I do have a problem with is the fucking mouth-breathing Trump supporters who co-opt the show and think that it speaks to them. You know what I'm saying? No, it's a show about people trying to maintain their way of life. And to be honest with you, I don't know who to root for in it because everyone's a piece of shit. It's like watching The Sopranos in the most beautiful place on the planet. That fucking the scenery in Montana is fucking amazing, dude.
right.
Like it really fucking is, and it's a beautifully shot show. And it's just I'm so fucking sick of. You read anything online, and it's just these fucking idiots. Like this, the way the government should be. Like shit, that's not what they're trying to say, man.
I guess I haven't.
nuanced.
Yeah, I haven't seen the show. What is the kind of premise behind it?
It's like a ranch owner, right?
It's a cattle rancher, right? Yeah.
John Dutton, Kevin Costner plays a character named John Dutton. He owns. I don't think it's the biggest ranch in Montana, but it's fucking huge, and he's also the commissioner. Montana has a livestock agency, like actual sworn officers that are there to protect livestock in the state of Montana, and he's in charge of that. So he's a corrupt fucking ranch owner who's just a straight up murderer. Like there's just no other way to put it. Like he employs murderers, and he's a gang fucking leader. But they all do it. It's the same part. Like there's a fucking Indian tribe leader who's just as fucking ruthless. You know what I mean? There's like, it's a really good show. But the thing is they're trying to make points that these people don't understand. Like there's even a line in it where Kevin Costner's daughter-in-law, they're like staring out into the wilderness and these mountains and shit. He's like, this is just beautiful. Or she says something like that. And she's like, 150, 200 years ago when my different tribes were fighting over this land, I never thought of now that you'd still be protecting it and fighting over it because people want to, bring in developments and shit. And she's like, I guess you're the Indians now. You know what I mean? Like it's not about the fucking politics and the people. It's about that land and what's right within it. You know what I mean? It's not
whoever owns preserve it.
Not even just owning it, preserving the ecosystem like that. You can, you know what I mean? Like you don't have to fucking have grocery stores out there. You just shoot and kill whatever you want. There's fresh water everywhere. It's just amazing shit. And it is a way of life. That's their way of life.
I think it's that easy.
Yeah, but this was like early 20th century. Is that when that happened?
No, this is present day.
Oh, it is.
It's present day,
Like present day.
Oh, I thought it was like a Western.
That's the thing. It's not like old time. Yeah, we just provide everything.
Oh.
No, there's a
prequel series, right?
Keep that in mind.
I'm trying to. Yes, there are.
Day. They got cell phones.
That's it.
Mega Bluey.
Mega Bluey.
All right. In all seriousness, go fuck yourself, college kids. That's our show. We're going to be here every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Central. Make sure you join the conversation at theredeyereport.com or facebook.com/The Red Eye Report. Like us, share us, or fuck us. We're down for whatever. I'm Mystic.
I'm Oracle.
This is the Ashtray.
This is Teddy. I was supposed to give a shout out to Trey, Chris, and Rolando with the boys.
Boom. There we go.
Bam. Pay us 3 Bitcoin.
That's a lot of fucking money. Yeah.
It's a lot of money, yeah.
Fuck it.